So we're back in Rush doing Gold Rank 5, going in for our second King Games climb of the week because the season has reset, and of course, it is time to take Utopia Baseball to the field, and hopefully we can win some games. Am I expecting to reach King Games? No, because the deck is not very good, or at least it can put out some really big boards, right, and deal big damage, but it doesn't have main defensive options, and also it's just nowhere near as good as like Galaxy, Seven's Road, High-Tech Dragons. It's nowhere near that. It has options, but it doesn't get us anywhere by itself, right? So if we see a field spell, then we're okay. Draw-wise, to see either Volcano Attack Dragon or to see any level 4. That'll be good. Beauteous on the Chaos Galaxy build. I think we save Hammer Shot for when we see the Oblivion. Right, the big Oblivion fusion. Let's go skill and go and grab these two, right? We'll go and grab a level 4 and we'll go and grab a Volcano Attack Dragon. We'll send the Volcano Dragon, so we can then go Fire Dragon, plus a Barbada, and here we can check for riding, right? Just straight up a riding, or a trap hole, or compulse. Let's see. Anything? No. Okay, that's really, really solid. Linger Water to bring back out the Volcano Attack Dragon, and we've now got a play against this Oblivion, and so we know they play Universal Storm. Now, I'm expecting... Okay, they hit the wrong... Classic like Galaxy, double Universal Storm, getting rid of two of the best cards in the deck. Setting Fusion and the Oblivion gets a draw 2+, of course, has access to the skill. They can get them into the Explorer. What do they get? Okay, you've got that. You don't need the back removal, but getting a 3k Fusion body is really, really big. So, let's see. In for Linak. I think with this deck is what we need to be able to do is summon into the Utopia and keep hitting for that 5k damage. But the problem with that is that it leaves us with just Utopia on the board. And so that's really when you'll want to see riding, is in those times. But given one of them is now gone, and they're probably playing 3 Universal Storm, chances are they're going to clear me out on this one. But they're not... Ooh, okay. Not going to go for the full board clear. That is interesting. So, this is fine, right? We can go Dragoon, discarding Utopia, gain life, get a draw 1. Unfortunately, we want to see the Dragon, we haven't got the Dragon, which is a bit annoying. I think, yeah, let's go Phoenix Dragoon. Ooh. Now that is a trap hole, right? That's perfectly fine. So, reveal the field spell, go and add these two, and then we're going to pitch this. We can summon the home run hitter, right? And then that's 25 into this, that's 2 big bodies. Or we summon into the Fire Dragon as well, and go Secret Order. Problem is, if he goes for the Oblivion Fusion, he can likely kill me through this. I'm going to keep the Order on the field, which may be a bad idea. Right, it probably is a bad idea. It's hopefully going to work out. Right, hopefully there's no Universal Storm, hopefully this just deals some damage, and that's okay. Show me the Oblivion, the big Oblivion Fusion, comes like 7,000, attacks in. We are quite low. We are within range of losing to an Oblivion Fusion plus anything else. So, nothing is really safe in Duel Links Rush because of life points and because of the skills making things so consistent, which I've always said, not a big fan of. In terms of our deck, we've got, 2 more dragons plus a field spell to see in 16 cards if you want to get the skill off. So, it's very tight. But going for the Galactica Eve Fusion, which does bring out from the graveyard a Oblivion. Show me Fusion. It was face down. And we know in hand, have you got enough space there? You probably do, right? If you do want to go for a second Fusion, you probably have got the ability to do that. So, here he is, here's the boy, Oblivion, 35. Let's see how big, right? If you become 85, then you've won. Yeah, my maths was way off. It was just completely off. All you need now is another Fusion or Explorer. And this is what this deck can't do this, right? This deck can temporarily, make a 5,000 attack on Utopia, but that's all you can do. Or You summon the dragon, it becomes 4,000, and then again, that's all that can kind of do, is you have two big bodies that then go weaker in a turn that don't deal this much damage from one attack, right? And don't have a skill that pushes you to get way better cards than you can do, right? Because in the day, all you're getting from this is a boss that can become pretty big, or some vanillas. Oh, you get Lilac back as well. And fusion, of course, and then you play Lilac, you don't even need to fusion. You can just swing in and win here. Right, you just swing in, you deal your 49 damage, whatever it is, and then you swing in again, and deal your 3, and then you swing in, and deal 16. And then I go to game 2, and hopefully we can find a better game, I guess. Let's see. Okay, game 2 against a Roa, who we've not seen on ladder for a while. It's not Royal Rebels. I thought, given the selection box, there was a chance, right? We got the new Starlight support, and it could have happened, but no, we're not getting that. And we've opened again. Actually, okay. Right, because we can reveal this, and then get the field spell, plus our Volcano Dragon, summon this with the field spell, plays that effect, get this off. So, we have plays. It is hero, of course. Probably the most, aside from, like, I guess in terms of like popularity, right, you've got 7th Road, because the structure deck and the skill, heroes, then Galaxy is probably what you're going to face. And then it's like Utopia and Cyber Dragon and whatever else afterwards. So you can make Burst Wingman turn 1, say 31. That's pretty tough to deal with. I can't even deal with it. No, I can deal with the skill. I can have Secret Order. Okay, now that's fine, right? Just are really, really good. And probably my favorite deck so far of the box, which I wasn't really expecting. I thought it would be the high-tech dragons, but no. It has been hero. In for Burst Wingman. Of course, can become 31, which will be hard to deal with. Are you going to forget that? Don't, okay. I was about to say, do not forget. I mean, it'd have been cool if you did, but, you know, obviously don't forget that. And there's the batter. Okay, so, let's go and reveal the Utopia. Play our skill, go and get the field spell and get the Volcano Attack Dragon. You can then go and send to the graveyard the Volcano Dragon. Why not? We're not going to worry about the piercing here. It would be nice, but we'd have to get rid of Secret Order, which we don't really want to do. So we're not going to. We're not going to. We'll then go for the Utopia. Comes out, becomes 29, I believe, on summon. Yep, okay. In for Secret Order. Gonna become 34, I believe, on summon. Yep, cool. And a 1900 point batter. And we're gonna go set this face down. And hopefully this clears this. Okay. Okay. Do not be Clayman. It was the wrong order. Of course. So, which means you can get rid of the attack dragon easily. But no, going for the skill to debuff and to go and grab fusion. Now, I think that means we're seeing circulation to go for a Burst Wingman again. Or you go Voltic Wingman, and then Voltic gets you into your Flame Wingman, and then you Flame Wingman this, deals 200, and then it deals 25. Which is a really funny play, but it's also why this deck, does struggle against heroes. And going for the field spell, but you are then going to, of course, put your Clayman on top of the deck, or an Avian. No, okay. Okay. Going for the Thunder Giant. That makes sense, right? So you go Thunder Giant, go and pop the Volcano Attack Dragon. You've used the effect of your skill, so your Argent is going to stick around. Which means you might have the Tantalum in hand, or you're going to play Circulation Draw into it. Or that's going to happen. Discarding discarding Clayman, to draw 3, and then send 1. Given you put Miracle Fusion at the bottom of the deck, that's a really good sign for us. Right, just really good, because now we haven't got to worry about that. What we do need to worry about is this, though, is a Voltic Wingman coming down. Unless you think you can survive the turn, but you can't, because you can't clear Attack Dragon. So, yep, going for the Thunder Giant. Yeah, okay, pop that. That's fine. Swing, swing, swing. Curse of the Rising Light. Why did you waste that? Because that's just less damage for you. Right, that's 1,000 less damage you could have done. And you've wasted one of the best cards in the game. I guess you may have assumed there was a draw there as well, but of course we know, we don't get that. And here, reveal the dragon. Go and get the field spell. Doesn't need to be Utopia, doesn't it? We'll leave that in deck. That's fine. We'll then go Batter, go Fire Dragon, and here again it's a situation where, like, there's so much here we want to clear, but at the same time we can't. Now, this is dead, right? This Voltic Wingman is functionally dead. So it doesn't really matter to us if we leave it up. So we might do just that, right? This becomes 4,400 with the field spell. So that's going to be a good chunk of damage. Oh. Do we have? We do. Oh, that's really good. That's really funny. I've not done this yet. Summon 2 Utopic Dragons, and then make them both 44, and summon into another Utopia. That is probably game, right? Yeah, that's gonna be lethal for heroes. Okay, fair enough. Right, swing in, deal 24, deal 2,000, and then deal 19. Lethal against heroes. On to game number 3. I think so. 1-1 so far. Not too bad. Let's see. So going to assume like Galaxy, yep, 100%. Can we redeem ourselves from the first game? They want to rank up. I didn't see what rank they were, so if they're gold rank 5, if we can stop them on COG, that'll be cool. Hand-wise is again fine, right? Just seeing this field spell, seeing this means we have got plays, right? Just straight up. So this is okay. I would like to see a back row. I would like to see here Utopic Dragon. If it shows me Dragon, then I think... No, we can't win because of the graveyard situation, so it wouldn't matter. Right, we know it's Oblivion. So if we saw the Dragon and our graveyard was stacked, then we could have won this turn. But let's go and reveal the field spell. I definitely want Volcano Attack Dragon, and I definitely want this, right? We can go for a fairly big field, and we are going to risk running into the fusion, but given it is turn 1 and this is board, I don't think he can go for the Oblivion Fusion right away. I think we're going to be safe for a turn. If we're not, famous last words, right, just straight up. But this should hopefully be okay, right? In the secret order, summoning the Attack Dragon, I'm going to put you very, very low down, and if that wasn't, if that wasn't the Oblivion, that'd be funny, but it is, right? It is. Yep, okay. Deal 19, deal 34, puts you down to 700 life points. That is literally another Secret Order play to win the game. Or it's another Utopia, 5,000 damage, or the Dragon. If you've got access to the Galactic Hour Eve, then it's almost a guarantee, right? It's almost a guarantee. We saw that first game, right? We saw the first game. They just carried on, right? Even after getting into the Oblivion Fusion, they went in for the big fusion as well, the Explorer. So this will remove a back row when he gets the fusion. Thank you. I do not like this card at all. Going for the Dark Prophets, you are on Chaos Galaxy as well. Okay, that's a bit different. That makes you... But you haven't... Okay, you've got a big board, but you haven't got access to the Oblivion Fusion. Okay. Okay. We still survive that. Right? We survive that. We've got our face down, right? So we still win. Right? Basically. Assuming again... I mean, yeah, no, we do. For anything. We just play Secret Order, bring it back out, and we win. Yeah, okay. So, like, yes, we could go for the Dragon, but no. We are just going to play Secret Order, go for the Volcano Attack Dragon, and then attack Dragon into anything, and that's GG. On to game number 4. Will it be 7's right? It probably will. No! Archive YUKA. So I would hope we don't see heroes, right? It would be nice to see something different than hero. Cyber Dragon, for example. Could be cool, but no. Coming down is the Circulation. Going to be sent to the graveyard. The Sparkman, drawing 3. Sending 1. God, it's so good. It is so good. Set 1, set 2, set 1, set 2, set 3. Okay. Okie dokie. So, this puts us in an interesting spot. Go for the skill. Obviously, Real Utopia. Go for the field spell, and then... We could go for both of them. Right, we could go for both Utopias. And then, like, give Hero a hard time. I guess that's, like, a thing. Or we could go for 1900 body and swing in. But then, like, if it's a Clayman, then you lose out there. Let's go for that, right? We'll go and send you to the graveyard, and unfortunately, you as well. Pay 500, which might come back to bite us, we don't know, and go for the Utopia. Now, this will tell us if there is a Executed Riding face down. Is there? No. Okay. No, and we're going to deal piercing here, so this has to not be Clayman. Sparkman? Okay, fine. Not Clayman. That one, of course, was Clayman. Okay. Okay. So, evened up. Right, life wise, evened up. And you get there through Star Restart. Right? Just straight up Star Restart. But you know you're going to go for the Bacintrix into the Avian, into a Flame Wingman or a Burst Wingman. Probably Burst Wingman, right? Become 31, clear the Utopia. Which makes sense. It then just depends on can you go further? And if you've got Star Restart, oh, Flame Wingman. You need a way to debuff down this. Miracle Fusion. Going to make another one, probably. Oh, no, you're just making Shining Flare Wingman. Cool card to make. And a tough card for me to out. Just straight up there. A tough card to out, especially when you don't see anything you need. But we can get there. Right, we can get there. So, reveal field spell. We have to go for Utopia here. Right, this is just what we have to do. This then summons into Utopia. Utopia then goes and becomes 5,000 and clears this Wingman if there is no negate attack. 1 and 2. Set 1. Set 2. Go and set the Umpire face down. And then this should hopefully clear this. Okay. Okay. So we've now got to be wary of a lot of things. Argent hopefully is going to whiff. Ideally. 1, 2, 3. It doesn't whiff. 4. Okay. I mean, they can go for the Burst Wingman, right? I think... Oh, that's so rough. Oh, that's the one we wanted to use as well. Provoltic Summon. It's just we wanted that one, right? You summon the Voltic, and then we just go and knock it back to the extra deck, and then you hopefully can't do much. We ensure your board is clogged, and we ensure that you can't kill Utopia unless you go for, like, a Tantalum, right? Unless you clear the board. So, in that sense, I think the play was fine. I guess there's Burst Wingman. Here comes Riding to bring back out the Utopia to go and debuff down you and debuff you. This, of course, pops a field spell, becomes 13. And so really what we fear is all the back row that we know exists. Grand Slam is funny. We've got to summon it, right? We've got to go for this. So I guess these two. And then, like, we're going to discard Volcano, attack Dragon. Grand Slam isn't getting hit by anything. Right? Returning 1, 2. Probably not that one because the field... We should be returning that back. The other one that returns the field spell, to be fair. In for Utopia. We set these two. And then we swing for 4k. And we get negate attacked. Widespread really hurts. That really hurts. If we went for... And there's one gone. There's Argent. There's Spell Tactics. There's a second one gone. This adds back any card he wants, so we can go for another Fusion Summon. Yeah. Okay, and then you crash with your Avia. Yeah, you crash with your Flame Wingman. And then you, yeah. Cool, cool, cool. Plus circulation, of course. What we could have done is just gone for that. We could have just gone for the Secret Order play, right? And then that would have summoned into this, which would be protected from destruction, attacked in, and then cleared. Okay, hero boy, okay. So, like, we would have lost that to you. We lost Secret Order. Would it have mattered? No. The answer is no, it wouldn't have mattered. Because you would have had Shining Flame Wingman. 64 attack. Okay. Okay. It's a mirror. Opening hand-wise, this is fine-ish. Ideally, we'd see Secret Order. That'd be good to turn on the Attack Dragon. Just need to remember if we are going for the Grand Slam Summon, then we have got to send Utopia to the graveyard. I keep forgetting that one. But going for a one set, don't one set pass. Because you know that's how you lose. There's Secret Order. That's really good. I mean, okay, actually, it's like fine. Because we want to do more than that, right? So let's go Utopia. Let's go and grab the field spell. We keep the dragon in hand. Right, that's all we do. Right, we play the field spell. We play the second. We make Utopia because it's pretty. It's bigger than the dragon. Right, we make Utopia. We then go for Secret Order with Summon Attack Dragon, and that is all. We hopefully clear this board. Might clear, ooh, Buffered Slime or Negate Attack. One of those two. Could be any of them. Card Restoration, okay. So you're playing the Dragon's Inferno back removal, right? And I tried that. I tried builds with Inferno, I tried builds with Curse of the Rising Light, and of course I tried builds without them, which I play now. And I found that the back removal didn't really matter much. Like, yes, of course we saw in the last hero game, the widespread, it cooked us. But also, it was a 1 of 3 back row that could have been anything. We were cooked. Not by the back row not existing, but by them having access to that Shining Flare Wingman and having access to those powerful cards that Utopia Baseball doesn't really have, right? What have they got, archetypal-wise? A trap card that no one plays, right? That is literally it. Otherwise, you've got your boss, your second boss, your field spell, which is pretty cool, and your skill that, you know, whilst good, doesn't really give you much of substance, right? It can very easily lead to OTKs. You can very easily summon 3 bodies and all deal piercing and win that way, right? That has happened to me, but it doesn't really matter when you haven't got access to as good tools as the other decks do. Now, here, this YUKA could go for the 5k Utopia push. You're not going to. You're just going to go and clear out the home run hitter. Okay, that's okay. And we know this middle one here, I believe, is going to be the Dragon's Inferno. Right, we know what that is. So, I think in this situation, we just go for a really big play, right? So, Baseball, Rush Duel, reveal you. I just need materials for the graveyard, so send 1, send 2. And then we go and get rid of, how many in the graveyard? We have 1, 2, 3, so we're going to need to send just this one, right? I'm correct in that regard? Yeah. Okay. We can then go, play the Fire Dragon. We could go and, you know, go for another big summon, right, of a Secret Order play, but doesn't really make sense at the moment. Doesn't make sense. Let's go Grand Slam Dragon, sending back 1, 2, and 3 in for the baseball hitter Utopia, and that makes our Grand Slam Dragon become 4,000 plus attack points. Really big there. But this should be a full board clear again. There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. This deck really feels like an early Rush Duel Duel Links deck, and it makes sense because it is a 7s deck, and we're now in the era of Go Rush era cards, right? Charming Witch is a Go Rush card. High-Tech Dragons, of course, are Go Rush cards. Hero cards are post-Go Rush for some of them. So, yeah, like, we are in this weird situation where Yuka's released really late card-wise, and so she's just like, fine, right? The deck is fine, it's not very good, but it can still wins. And here we're going to see them go for back removal, so playing both the Warrior and the Dragon one, but they also haven't had any good back row for us, right, aside from Restoration. So, who knows, right? Who knows? Adding the Home Run Hitter and the Fire Dragon, probably summoning the Dragon to go and get the back row removed, but then you've got a weak Dragon on board, so maybe not. You could pay 500 to summon 2 Tribute, but no, going straight for the Baseball Hitter. Ooh, So your strat might be this turn to go for the big damage, right? Maybe, but I don't see why you would. I think you'll go here. This now hits the back row, which you are confident is something good. And we know it is, but it's unusable at the moment, so it doesn't matter. Oh, you killed all of it. Yeah, you killed all of it. I blanked again. You can kill the entire board. Okay. Let's go Hammer Shot. Get rid of UTOPIA. Go and play our skill. Now, this is not amazing. Right, it's not amazing. So, and we can't go for the big UTOPIA. We can't go for the big 5,000 damage UTOPIA, unfortunately. However, we could just attack here. Hope that's enough. Which it's going to be. It's just going to be enough. Sometimes lethal is 3 vanillas, Giga boosted via the field spell. Okay, that was a redeeming duel. You know what? Actually, you know what? Let's do one more game. The final one. Once again, returning back to YUKA. The 7th Road Axel coming down, of course. And we're going second. You like to see it. This could end up being one of those duels where all they do is say set one pass. But with Pot of Greed, probably not. Probably not. Now, we have got the dragon. So, play skill, get UTOPIA, get field spell, send UTOPIA, plus another card to graveyard, some of this, some 2B bodies. It can work out. It can work out. However, they are going for, again, the standard 7th Road release build, right? Of Magician and Witch. We might get close. We might get close. So we add these two. And we go and send to the graveyard the Umpire, and we go and send this, right? We then summon the Catcher. We summon the Phoenix Dragon. Or Dragoon, sorry. And we go for the Grand Slam Dragon, providing potentially his final Grand Slam of the video. Let's see. Return 1, return 2, and return 3 to go and special summon into the home run hitter, our boy UTOPIA. Okay, board-wise is fine. 4k attack's pretty cool. Field spell activates, buffs these up. Not going to be lethal, unfortunately, but it's cool, right? It's a good amount of damage. It's a good amount. 29 in, leaving you on 500 damage. That is sneezing, and we win. They can see Charming Witches, they can see the 7th Paladin. They do have 2 cats engraved, though. So, if they see Mr. Alchemy, then their turn is in a very good spot. If they don't, they can still go for that same play, right? Magician, into Witch, clear the board. You've got the Alchemy. Of course you do. You get back a cat. You get a draw 1. You've now got Charm Witch plays. That's really, really good, but not for us. So, that could deal... put my UTOPIA defense mode, deal piercing. You're just going again for the 7th Road. Right. So no, you're going for Paladin. But this doesn't clear everything. Right? You've got to crash with your Witch. Don't mess this up. Right? Because I could brick next turn. Right? I could easily brick. I've got to see the field spell to buff these guys up. I could easily brick. In for 7th Paladin. Now, here you go for the draw 1. Right, shuffle 1 to draw 1. Because if you can clear potentially this dragon as well, then that's really big. If you see a legend back row, that's also really big. Kill this, crash this. Don't mess it up. Like, play it properly. Why? I can just swing in now and kill you. Like let's see this hand, right? Let's see this hand. But this is what I'm saying, is it would have mattered, right? Because you would have crashed in with this, killed this. I then had to get rid of this 7th Road Witch. But I can't do that. But I can go and play Hammer Shot and kill this Paladin. And then just go and swing with this. Right? But if he'd have done that, I wouldn't have been able to win the duel. So, okay, fair enough. It's a baffling play, but sure, why not?